Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Femme Forth. It is me, aka Jaylene / aka Sex and BDSM Coach. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing the dramatic and also kind of a very harmful way of cleaning a vagina. I'm going to be talking about no douching. No douching, no. Make sure you watch until the very end though, because that's when I'm going to be actually showing you other kind of substitutions of wanting to get rid of the symptoms that you generally would want to use douching for nowadays. It's one simple ingredient. But first off, what even is douching? I always hear people insulting each other, calling each other douchebags and stuff like that, but what does that actually mean and how does that entail with douching and the vagina? Douching is generally like a bottle or a tube-like structure and actually fits within the opening of the vaginal canal, which then we proceed to use this tube to squirt into the vaginal cavity and proceed to clean it and flush it out, as a lot of people like to describe it as. Over the years, you're going to see that it uses a lot of different liquids to actually kind of flush into the vaginal cavity and clean it. And we'll see this actually going back into the ancient times. So people with vaginas have been using this since very, very long ago, and then kind of started using it with olive oil and sometimes honey, possibly even wine. Sweet. The main reason why people actually started using douching was they used it as a method of birth control. Not only that, but sex workers actually really like to use it for also kind of getting rid of STIs. The even funnier fact though is that douching actually does not help lower your risk of pregnancy, or nor does it help lower your risk of STIs. Just imagine your sex ed teacher saying, "Put honey up your vagina and you won't get pregnant." In 1843, a douching instrument was invented, so it kind of had a little bit of a pump and a little tube that you can attach into your vagina, kind of like a little vagina hose. That was actually replaced with a much better solution known as Lysol. In 1900s, the Lysol company actually gained a lot of popularity, even saying that it would get rid of odors, which is an euphemism back in the day for not getting pregnant. In the 1920s, the ads actually started kind of deriving away from the birth control and kind of getting more into the idea of feminine or vaginal hygiene. They thought the natural odors of the vagina was considered very unclean. In the 1920s, as you're going to see with the ad pictured here, is that Lysol and other ads in society, they started that whole belief of, the unclean feminine hygiene, and they more attacked the femmes who had husbands, saying, "Are you sure you really want to have your husband be around a person who's not considered fresh all the time? Are you sure that's going to really make him happy?" These ads, especially after birth control was invented in around the 1980s, these ads pushed feminine hygiene even more. Now that we got the little history lesson, I'm going to actually tell you why we actually shouldn't douche in the first place. Your vagina is meant to be its own self-cleaning oven. So that means it has its own natural acidities and bacteria to help ward away infection. How it does this is that it actually has its own fluids inside the vagina that helps routinely flush out itself automatically, which we also kind of know as discharge. Nowadays, most people actually use those vaginal hygiene sort of products for either kind of an off odor or discharge. But get the cool fact here is that actually most vaginal odors are actually very natural smelling. Trust me, vaginas are not supposed to smell like peaches, apricots, and rainbows like all those vaginal hygiene products say. Instead of fixing the off vagina, however, douching actually, like I said before, kind of disrupts the balance of the vaginal in the first place, so it actually can increase your chances of getting even more infection or irritation. If you're already kind of having more of a really off odor or really off discharge, it might be because your acidity balance in your vagina is actually a little bit off already. Usually that is leading to a yeast infection. If you do have a yeast infection, it's kind of an over-the-counter product that you can get. Usually people get Canestin, but an even more natural, more better way is actually getting boric acid. Boric acid is a pill that you actually insert intravaginally during overnight, and it helps restore the pH levels of your vagina. It works wonders. I have so many people who actually use it as well for their natural remedies towards infections. So I highly suggest you try that if you feel like you definitely have a yeast infection. However, I am no medical professional, so you should definitely go visit your doctor just because there's so many other kind of less common infections that you could possibly have. So just to wrap it up, basically, douching is not good for you. Do not put things or fluids into your vagina to flush it out. If you want to kind of clean more the external area, you definitely can with warm water, or use soap, but wash it off really, really well so it doesn't get stuck up in there. So we're gonna wrap up this video. I really hope you liked it. Make sure you go hit like and also subscribe if you really like these sort of videos of sex topics, because I know I really do. And make sure you go follow me on IG and Facebook. It's in the links below. Have a great day, everyone. It's Jaylene, 7/4.